All right, Alternating Sloth Podcast Episode 6. This is going to be a quick one again. I'm in an interesting recording setup. This is a closet at my parents' house. I'm over here for Christmas in Wellington at the moment, so a little bit different. I'm in the capital of New Zealand for our international listeners. Let me see. Okay, so I've had an interesting week, a couple of weeks. I graduated since I've done this podcast, so that's why there hasn't been one for a while. I had that, so now I have a bachelor's of audio production. So, yeah. Let's see. So I've left Invercargill. I had kind of a going away party. Although if work comes up in Invercargill, I will take it. I'm just currently applying for a bunch of different places around the country, and I'll see whatever can take me with my Bachelor of Audio Production. And I'm looking to get into radio, as you can probably tell from my interviews and stuff like that. So if any future employers are looking, I have a Bachelor of Audio Production, and I'd love to be a part of your team. But yeah, so I've done that. I've applied actually for a bunch of jobs, about 3, maybe 4. See what happens. Obviously have to call back and do all that once New Year's is gone, because everybody will be celebrating Christmas and New Year's at the moment. So that'll be So that's New Year's is actually coming up, so that'll be interesting. So yeah, basically I've graduated now. My folks came down for that. That was a lot of fun. My flatmates had a going away party for me, and I got so drunk at that party. I took one thing of whiskey, and then I had another thing of whiskey because the guy got pissed. He's like, "Oh, you didn't click the glass with me." So I had to do another shot, and then after 2 shots, I was kind of buzzed, and I apparently ended up grabbing the whiskey thing and had another one. And then after that, I can remember myself slurring, and then after a while, I just couldn't remember really anything, and my flatmates had to inform me, and apparently, I was not speaking English. I was giggling, and then I just apparently crashed out on the ground, and they had to pick me up, and I kept on dropping down and stuff. So, and obviously my balance was completely fucked. So yeah, so that happened, and we had a lot of fun tech and gaming and stuff before I left, obviously as well. Just a fun time. I'm gonna miss that flat, but if I get somewhere in Invercargill, I'll definitely go back and stay there. So you guys will probably notice a bit of a difference with this room. It might be a little bit bigger than the usual closet that I record in. But other than that, should be fine. I'm behind 2 coats at the moment, so hopefully that does the job. What else? So I went up to Auckland for a little bit, and Auckland, I've really tried of Auckland. I can't get into Auckland for some reason. I just don't like the vibe of Auckland. I think there's some cool music and some cool food. I think I'm really hard on the people sometimes, but I think there are actually some nice people in Auckland. I think I just don't talk enough with people and get to know people enough in Auckland. But I don't like the vibe of Queen Street and that sort of thing. I guess maybe I'm just too small town at the moment as well, being in Invercargill for 3 years, which for our international listeners, Invercargill's small town small town vibe. So for Americans, you could think Minnesota or something. I don't know, that might even be bigger than Invercargill, but small, I guess that's the closest to a small town America to what we sort of have in Invercargill, which is you're near the countryside sort of thing. So that happened. I've graduated. I've done all that. Christmas happened. I got to see all the family again, some who I haven't seen maybe 2, maybe 3 years. Got to see my granddad again. He suffers from Alzheimer's disease, so that was kind of... it's always nice to see him because I know I'm not going to have much longer with him because he's got Alzheimer's and he's got emphysema, so I know he's not going to be around for us too long. So it was nice to have a talk with him. I bought my guitar and played a bit for him as well, and I've been able to practice a bit on the guitar. So hopefully I'm getting a little bit better. I'm keeping it up, and I got to play a bit of piano again when I was up at Auckland, so I got to practice that again. Caught up with my friend Sammy. That was awesome. This one's going to be quite short, but there should be a podcast coming out soon, a hour-long one. I'm just planning it with a friend of mine, and that should be coming soon. There's also possibly going to be more of these in the future with this closet. I'm just getting things sorted. I'm looking at a job at the moment, and I'm also in a new environment. Well, I'm in Wellington, which I lived a couple of years ago, but I've been in Invercargill for 3 years, so adapting to a new situation. So, yeah. All right. This has been Alternating Sloth Cast, episode 6.